Hello everyone, welcome back again to my series of stadiums in East Africa that are going to host the 2027 AFCON Cup and the 2025 CHAN tournament, which is supposed to be held this year in August. It was supposed to be held in February, but the tournament was postponed to August due to some stadiums not being ready to host the tournament. So today I'm in Dar es Salaam. I'm going to Benjamin Mkapa Stadium. I'm going to review the stadium. The stadium, it was among the most ready stadiums, but it is still undergoing a little renovation, I'm told. They are redoing the seats, replacing the seats according to CAF. Is it CAF? According to CAF, they had to replace the seats and replace some of the things and do some of the do a little touch-ups within the stadium. So they are still doing some renovations, despite the fact that the stadium is in pretty good condition in comparison to other stadiums that are supposed to host the tournament. So I'm going to review it, but a little history about the Benjamin Mkapa Stadium. The Benjamin Mkapa Stadium, also known as the Tanzania National Main Stadium, was built in 2007, or rather it was opened in 2007. The cost of the project was 56 million US dollars, but that was back in 2007. The stadium was built by Beijing Construction Engineering Group at a cost of $56 million, but the initial tender was won by a French company called Vinci Construction. The French company won the tender at a bid of $154 million, but under pressure from Bretton Woods, Tanzania abandoned the project because it had been given a debt relief under highly indebted poor countries program. So after that, they decided to go for something cheaper, and the Chinese were willing to construct the Chinese were willing to construct the stadium at a much lower cost. Furthermore, the Chinese government also gave them a grant of $20 million. And after that, the Benjamin Mkapa National Stadium was constructed. It became the biggest stadium in East Africa, holding the title alongside Moi International Sports Center Kasarani, which was built in 1987. But it was also the most modern for that time. Okay, it has been the most modern for a while, but currently there are some stadiums that have been constructed within the region that are going to be more modern. The stadium is popular for hosting some of the most important games in Tanzania, like the Kariakoo Derby, which involves two of the most popular teams in Tanzania, Simba and Yanga, and it also holds matches for the Tanzania national football team. It also hosts races and athletics because it has a running track around it. So here we are approaching the stadium. From outside you can see it looks shorter than Kasarani but wider. You can tell from outside that it is a little bit shorter than Kasarani if you've been to Kasarani, but it is also wider, which means the inclination angle of the stands is less steeper than Kasarani. So let's go and see if they will allow us in, and I can show you around the stadium so that you can see what it looks like. So they were quite nice to us. They allowed us into the stadium. They didn't have a lot of restrictions. They allow us to go and fill in, though they gave us strict rules. They gave us strict rules not to step on the grass and not to break anything. So we thanked them a lot, and we started looking around the stadium. You can see this is the changing rooms. The changing rooms are more like the ones in Kasarani, though these ones are still yet to be renovated. They're just starting in the renovation. They're quite modern. Okay, at the current state, they aren't as modern as those ones in Kasarani, but after renovation, they'll just be as modern, because I saw all the cushions and everything and the materials they had put across to do the renovations. You could tell the end product would be more or less like the one in Kasarani. And the general design of the stadium is also similar to Kasarani, with an alley going around the stadium with offices and sitting rooms and changing rooms, offices and changing rooms and whatever, and what have you. The design is almost similar to that of Kasarani if you look at it. So you can see this, the changing rooms. Look at how it looks. It's nice, and it's being renovated, so it will be nicer. It will be nicer after the renovation is completed. Saa yote round hivi ni changing rooms. Stadium yote round. Mmeweka sasa green, vitu zote green saa hii. Okay. Sawa. Joto, huku kuna joto sana. Shika. Inakaa poa sana. Lakini viti za mwanzo zilikuwa zinakaa hivi. Au hizi ndio zilikuwa? Hizi ndio za mwanzo. Okay. Sasa hivi ndio zinaendelea na pachiko. Sisi tumemaliza kupachika. Unasema? Tumia hii kupiga picha. Tumia hiyo. Hii ni record ni. Wewe sema mara tupige picha. Sawa. Lakini VIP bado hajaweka viti vipya. Haya, sawa. Naweza panda huku juu ndio nichukue vizuri. Okay, sawa. Unaweza waambia kama wako busy waende tusikate tukiwafungia kama wako sawa. Wacha tuchukue video yote. Ametukubali. Wao wanasema hii ni drain. Acha nichukue hii drain kidogo.
Kweli nimechoka sana. Kweli nimechoka mno. Viviti.
Lakini vimesolve purpose yake.
Lakini unaangalia mpaka hiyo finali yenyewe tutakuwa tumekamilika. Na ndio ukarabati.
You can see the stadium, how the stadium looks. The environment is slightly different from that of Kasarani because of the stadium being wider and shorter. But more or less the stadiums have a lot of similarity. Though the environment is quite different. You can see they have started installing the new seats. They're installing them in the pattern of the Tanzanian flag, though the colors are not being placed horizontally. They are being placed vertically, which in my view makes it looks better than if they are placed horizontally. The rest of the stadium is in good condition. I don't think there's anything that's going to change. The rattan track is in good condition. I think it is recently installed. From the look of it, it is recently installed. The pitch just needs the normal maintenance. I don't think they're going to do anything to the pitch. They're not going to remove the grass and replant it. It is quite in good position. These are the old seats. They are still in good condition, but they look old. Some of them are broken, not many of them, but they are still in very good conditions. I think they can be removed and put in some of the smaller stadiums in the country. Instead of most of them are in good condition.
Hapa penye pamefunikwa. Na rais asipokuja ama kiongozi wa maana anabaki hivyo.
Na wengine hawa lazima kutakuwa kuna nani, kuna viongozi hata nani wa klabu wenyewe. Yani ili ni faidi, angalia pia ni faidi. Vitu hivi yani yeye chini hapa upande ule kule, lakini kaa juu kule, bwana niangalie kwenye TV.
Lazima tuende hivi ndio tuingie. Ati? Bwana, nasikia ni kama mtu anakuita. Nasikia ni kama mtu anakuita. Bila AC hamwezi survive. Presidential seat. Kabla ingie
watu wananunua.
Sasa juu ya hii kioo bado kutakuwa na jua kali hapa juu. Kunaona kuna jua kali sana wakati hiyo
yaani wakati wa matukio kama hapa juu wanaweka
kitambaa. Hivyo ndio nilikuwa nafikiria. Manake ikiwa hivi huku uko hot sana. Ati?
Tusimame hapa sisi.
Sawa. Yeah?
VIP sitting area. This is the VIP sitting area. You can see the VIP sitting area of Benjamin Mkapa Stadium has foldable seats. The rest of the stadium has rigid seats, but the VIP area has foldable seats. Though they haven't placed any leather seats in the stadium. Is only the presidential the VVIP area where the president or any other senior figure sits. That is where though they haven't placed any seats there. I think the seats the seats that are placed at this platform are normally movable. So if like the president comes to watch, the president of Tanzania comes to watch football, the seats, the more comfy seats will be brought to this platform, and she will sit here with her entourage. Or if the president is not around, anyone else who is a very, very important figure can sit here. But the place is not being fixed with permanent seats like in Kasarani. There are movable seats that are removed from another room on the back side in one of the sky boxes or the rooms in the stadium. You can see these are the old foldable seats in the VIP area. They haven't fixed the new seats in the VIP area. When we came, they started from the other side, the side opposite to the VIP area. These seats are quite in good condition. They can be transported, they can be placed in a different stadium. There are many stadiums in Tanzania that don't have seats. They can be maybe with a little repairs here and there, they can be taken to those stadiums and fixed, which will, instead of being just thrown away. The canopy of Benjamin Mkapa Stadium is made of PTFE fiberglass membrane, just like Kasarani. The membrane is already fixed, so they're not going to put a new membrane in the renovations. You can see it is already there, it was existing, and I don't think they're going to remove it and put another one because it is still in very good condition. So there is a very minimal work that are going to be done to this stadium before it's ready to host both the AFCON and the CHAN. Ndio utaanza, ndio natuonyesha. Wewe ndio unatuonyesha, wewe ndio utaanza.
Hamna shida. Hiyo tu tunatoa huko.
Lakini bado ziko in good conditions zingine. Zinaweza pelekwa mahali zikatumika. Kwa hiyo
wanavyodai wenyewe huko. Inatakiwa yote itoke, iweko bendera ya Tanzania.
Bendera ya Tanzania. Na hizi bado ni bendera ya Tanzania ama?
Hii blue.
Okay. Ile haiko kwa bendera ya Tanzania. Ile haiko.
Kuna kijani, njano, nyeusi, blue. Ndio ukiangalia mtiririko ule wa bendera inaanza kijani, njano kidogo.
Na kuna nyeusi kwa Tanzania bendera?
Nyeusi. Katikati.
Okay.
Katikati njano, blue.
Okay. Lakini area ameweka hivi inakaa smart kushinda kama angekati. Wazipange hivi ati kala tofauti hapo chini hapa next ingine hapa hivyo. Hivi vinya ameweka iko sawa.
Yes, iko sawa. Kokoto kuitatoka. Na ukiangalia bado ina good condition kabisa.
Sasa hizi wapeleke kwa hizi stadium ndogo sasa. Sifunge.
Wakija ukaangalia hata hizo bomba za chini zote zinatoka hizi. Wanaziplace mpya. Wanafanya replacement. Kwa hiyo inatoka.
Kampuni ya Mchina ndio inafanya.
Kampuni ya Mchina
CDEG.
Lakini mbona ni kweli nasikia jamaa alijenga uwanja huu.
Ate?
Jamaa anasema alijenga uwanja huu alifaga alimuaga. Sababu alijenga chini ya kiwango.
Ati alijenga aje?
Taarifa za tabloid
Sasa hii ndio screen. Ni moja?
Moja.
Hiyo
ndio screen. Na ni mpya.
Ni mpya lakini haitatolewa.
Hii ni mpya. Sio zamani. Hiyo ilitoka.
So imewekwa juzi.
Imewekwa juzi.
Okay. Kwa hivyo bado haijatumika hata.
Ilitumika Simba versus Al Masry, hii mechi ya tarehe 9 na hiyo. Na
hii maji ni ya drainage ama imetoka wapi? Hii maji
ya drainage hiyo. Hii mvua then nice kuna blockage kwenye
hapo chini ya uwanja kuna pipe za kutoa.
Yes, kuna pipe
zishe zinatoa maji. Kwa nini itakuwa imeziba sehemu tu?
Okay.
Baada ya kazi.
Kwa hapa njano, nyeusi, njano.
Njano, alafu
Thereafter blue.
Blue.
Kukamilisha ile bendera.
Hiyo bendera ya Tanzania. Okay.
Kwa ndo screen hiyo.
In this section, most of the old seats have been removed. The old seats have been removed, and the new seats are yet to be installed. So they are removing as they install. So you can see on one side the old seats are still intact. On the other side, the new seats have been replaced, and in between we have a place where they have removed the old seats, but they are yet to install the new seats. So it is a concurrent the installation and removal of the installation of new seats and removal of old seats is happening concurrently.
pakubwa sana.
Unajua?
VIP juu. Pakubwa sana. Pakubwa sana. Hapa unatembea kabisa ile kwa mtu mpira. Pale ni kama hivi ndio kubwa. Unaiona kama ni 42. Sasa ngoja huko wenzetu huko kwanza kama changu kuna mchezaji
Huu ndio mji sasa.
Yes. Unaweza kusogea hapa ukaichukua vizuri. Unaweza kusogea ukaichukua vizuri hapa.
Okay. Pale ni posta.
Yes, zile buildings mbili zile pale. BOT Tanzania. Ndio pale.
Nimeona. Na hii ni port.
Hapo si. Yes, hapo port. Nani haya majengo si hapa wapi? Station. Station hapa. Kuna jengo la station ukiangalia vizuri.
Jengo la
Station SGR.
Hii hapa nimeiona.
Ya blue.
Blue.
Hapa majengo mawili nayo ni nini? Hapo.
Nini?
Hapo ni kuna ile johari rotana iko hapo.
From here you can see some of the views of the city of the CBD of Dar es Salaam. You can see Dar es Salaam is a flat city, so you can see the CBD from very far. Very far. I don't know. This stadium is about 10 kilometers from the CBD. I'm not sure. I think it's 10 kilometers, but you can clearly see those three famous towers in the Dar es Salaam CBD: the PSPF Tower and the DPA Tower. They are very visible from here.
Hizo ni pitches like. Siku kama mchana.
Alafu hizi ni light ndio, na hizi hapa kubwa ni gani?
Zipi?
Hizi ama ni light bado?
Hizo ni light za kumulikia hapa chini.
Kwa kumulikia mashabiki. Mashabiki.
Then hizo za round kwa nje hizo ni za pitch. Usiku inakuwa kama mchana.
Okay.
Usiku unaweza kupiga picha kama sasa hivi. Hapa vizuri sana. Zitatoa mwanga mwingi sana. Yaani ukikaa hapa usiku ikifika hata saa 7 usiku, ukitoka nje unakuwa kama vile unashangaa. Kama ile almasi ilikuwa ni saa 2 ile inaelekea. Watu wakatoka nje wanashangaa. Kwa nini usiku? Hapo kama mchana. Au siku inakuwa hivi, usiku.
Sasa hiyo ilipigwa usiku. Sasa wewe game zote lazima uwe.
Mimi nipo.
Okay.
Sasa mchezaji ndio ushiriki wake. Kama mashabiki kuna mageti nje kule. Sasa kuna geti la Simba, kuna geti la Yanga, kuna geti A, B, C, D. Geti moja liko hapa, tutasikia hapa.
Hapo anatokea hapa chini.
Yes. Hapo huko wanaingia tu geti namba 7 nini. Wao wanakuwa wanajipanga wenyewe na wanajua huku ni kwa
Geti ya
Simba
wanajua kujipanga wenyewe.
wanajua.
Simba kwa kwenye screen huko.
Ikatokea unapita na jezi ya Yanga mbele ya Simba.
Lazima kutanini.
Okay. Hai. I think tumechukua video enough. Hizi zimetosha.
Zile speaker zile.
Gani?
Speaker. Sound.
Oh, hizi ni speaker. Okay.
Zingine za rectangular ila tumezitoa. Kwa hiyo nataka kubadilisha muundo ule unaonekana umefanyika.
Fika nyingi hizo. Zunguka uwanja mzima.
Hapo hiyo kubwa hiyo juu hapa tunaona mbali. Ila kwa ikishuka kubwa kweli. Itafika hapo.
Inafika?
Itafika?
Ni kubwa sana hii. Inafika hapa.
Kweli?
Kwa maana ukiangalia vizuri
From here you can see Uhuru Stadium. Like I said before, Benjamin Mkapa Stadium was built adjacent to Uhuru Stadium. Uhuru Stadium, I think, is the oldest stadium in Tanzania. I'm not sure, but I think it is the oldest. It is the national stadium of Tanzania. That is where government positions take place. So the stadium is just adjacent to Benjamin Mkapa Stadium. It was also under renovation. The stadium has an artificial turf. The artificial turf, you can see it has been removed. I think they will replace a new one after they are done renovating the canopy. It is actually impossible to expand the Uhuru Stadium because Uhuru Stadium has stands on only one side of the stadium. And if they extend the stand, they will have to. They won't have any space to expand the stand because the Benjamin Mkapa Stadium is too close to the stadium, so they can't expand it. And that there is still within the compound of Benjamin Mkapa Stadium. I think it is still undeveloped, but they intend to build other sporting facilities. You can see that that slab, that concrete slab. I think that will be maybe a basketball court or a tennis court. There are two of them. They will do maybe basketball courts, tennis courts, and all those sports that require courts. And the whole area is fenced and is undeveloped. So I guess they intend to build more sporting facilities, maybe an indoor arena and whatever, I don't know. But I think they are planning to do many other sporting facilities within this compound. So right here, you can be able to tell why Benjamin Mkapa Stadium is wider and shorter than Kasarani Stadium. You can see with Kasarani Stadium, Kasarani first of all has 3 tiers, and those tiers they are below each other. The middle tier is below the top tier, and the bottom tier starts below the middle tier, though it extends outwards beyond the middle tier. This allows the stadium to be less wider than the Benjamin Mkapa Stadium. Benjamin Mkapa Stadium has only 2 tiers. Where the second tier starts where the first tier ends. So it's like just an extension of the first tier, but they have allowed them to be 2 different tiers. I think maybe to allow better accessibility of funds. But it could as well be 1 tier.